Four-pitch guy, he's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here, and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early, or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order, and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
Kicks and fires. That one is upstairs.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
Sent down on strikes. Buckled him with the backdoor breaking ball for strike 3.
Man, just backdoored him with the breaking ball right there. And I'll tell you what, as a hitter, it looks like it's a mile away, so you give up on it, and then it just hooks around that outside corner. Tell you what, if a pitcher can make a pitch like that, you pretty much just have to tip your cap as you walk back to the dugout. Oh, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Nice job going the opposite way with it, letting the ball travel and not allowing the barrel to hook around the ball. It's so frustrating when you see a good pitch and your hands roll over. He was on the outside part of the plate, and he approached it perfectly.
With the go-ahead run at first, and we're just getting started here in the top of the first. And fouled off.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Got him. 2 away.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. A good pitch for the strikeout.
Ian Happ up to hit. Fought off foul. Waldichuk, 26 years old, and he was a 5th-round pick back in 2019. 2 outs. High fly ball out towards left field. On Duhar going back out of here. A home run off the foul pole. So he just clears the wall. Just like that, they move in front. It's 2-0.
Well, he really crushed that thing down the line, and everyone had to hold their breath until it clanked off the pole. And every time that happens, it just kind of feels like a trick shot or something. But really, it's just a stroke of luck that it stays fair long enough.
Isaac Paredes now. That one is absolutely belted. Butler ranging back. Stretches out and hauls it in.
Well, that one had extra bases.
And we're back. And getting the start, Drew Smiley. What do you have on him, Siggy?
Well, there are going to be a lot of balls in play because of the ground ball rate. Important that the defense stays engaged in the game. I think it's critical. Tempo is there. If you work quickly, it helps the fielders behind you to stay engaged, to make those plays, and help you get through the innings.
Lawrence Butler stands in here, takes ball 1 low. That one finds the zone, and it's 1-1. Why to kick the pitch. Right through there for a strike. And the pitch. Outside low. Now 2-2. The wind of the pitch. Struck him out swinging. He swung over top of the curveball.
Perfectly executed 12-6 curveball right there. And with that kind of break, if you can drop it in below the zone like that, it's going to look like a strike the entire way coming in and then just disappear. So hard to get under the ball unless you're really gearing up for it, and you might need a pitching wedge.
And he makes the catch. And there are 2 outs. And time now to check out the A's lineup. Trailing by a couple of runs already, and I'm sure they'd like to erase that deficit quickly.
Yeah, you don't want to let this deficit get into your head and you're trying to just make up the difference.
And he's got it in right field for the third out, so that'll do it. And welcome back to the ballpark. Second inning set to go. Here's Mike Tauchman. As the lefty gets to work. Right back to him on the mound. Over to first. One out in the second. Michael Bush, the next to hit.
The first baseman, Michael Bush.
First offering, and it just misses.
Counts 1-0.
Out towards left center. And it falls. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Dansby Swanson stands in right through there for a strike.
When you're taking your lead over there at first, you've got to be very careful. This guy on the mound's got a good pickoff move.
The pitch. Ground ball could be two. Geloff to second. Double play. What a clean killing to end the inning. No run. So digging in, Shea Langoliers. This is another guy capable of hitting tape measure home runs. The pitch. In the dirt. And that is ball one. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Just a simple ground ball the other way. They had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Ball one, no strike.
Squirts away a little bit. Well done behind the dish. With the tying run at the plate, bottom half of inning number 2. Swings through that one for strike one.
Umpiring behind the plate for us today, Boog, is Mike Fillmore, and he is a good one. He'll reward pitches on the edges a little bit, but the main thing is he doesn't keep you guessing. Once he establishes that a pitch is a strike, it stays that way.
And now the lefty. And another ball. Yeah, Fillmore, kind of, I don't know, you'd say maybe an umpire's umpire, but really consistent, very fair. That one misses. Full count 3-2. Tyler Soderstrom up next. At the belt and fires. And that one ripped to left. Lunges for it, but it gets down. Around second, on his way to third. Heading for the plate. He'll score easily, but it's a one-run game.
Well, that's a big swing of the bat, driving in the run with the two-bagger. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Striding to the plate now for Oakland, Tyler Soderstrom. And that skips in the dirt. And there's a ball. Geloff leads off second with nobody out. Inside corner at the knees for a strike. And a swing and a miss. And that's the first out.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
Here's Miguel Andujar. Fouled off. He was late. Inside, and that hit him.
Well, things starting to unravel out there on the mound. offense, giving up a few hits. Now he's hitting guys. He's got to find a way to compose himself or he's not going to be out there much longer.
Number 12 in the box now. Take strike one.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
And he deals. And a count 1-2. Two on, one out.
Well,
good job to fight that one off. 2-2 now. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Ninth pitch of the at-bat due next. Line drive, that's a base hit. Here comes the runner. The throw in. He's safe.
Such great concentration. Everybody on their feet.
Now pitching for Chicago,
Lawrence Butler up next for the A's. Struck out swinging his first time. That's outside. And that's ball one. 2 outs, 2 in scoring position. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-1.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
2 on, 2 outs. Line drive, base hit. 1 runs in. Play at the plate, got it. And that'll keep more runs from coming in. And now it's Miguel Amaya. Waldichuk back to work. Fastball for a strike. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. And now 1 away.
Man, how many times do you see 3 fastballs in an at-bat like that? I'm sure once he got to 2 strikes, he was trying to stay back for something off speed and just not ready for that 3rd fastball.
Back to the top of the lineup. Here's Nico Horner. 0-1.
0-1.
Holding on to a 1-run lead. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. On the corner for a strike. 0-2. And a pitch. Hammer. Could be extra bases. The throw into second. Not going to get him. He's in there.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when a team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock. And now a crucial opportunity to tie up this game with another base hit.
1 out. Runner at second. Here's Cody Bellinger. Singled and scored his first time. That one down the line, and that's just foul. So the tying run at second. Swings and pulls a foul to the right side. Left-hand hitter waits. Got it. And now 2 gone. So up next, Seiya Suzuki went down on strikes his first time through. Headed towards the corner, and that is a foul ball. Man at second. Swing and a high fly ball down the left field line, but hooking foul.
Totally hoping he could get a swing and miss on that, but doesn't fool the hitter with that breaking ball. Nice job, just couldn't keep it fair.
0-2 now. Ball 1 there.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with 2 strikes.
Man on second, 2 down. That one misses. And the count is even, 2-2. In the air out towards right center. Sizing this one up. Brings it in. And that's the 3rd out. So no runs here. Here's Oakland's DH, Brent Rooker. He's 0 for 1. Here comes a pitch. Just missed. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And a pitch. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. The lefty fires. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And there's 1 down. This is J.J. Bleday. Applied to right his first time. That's a little bit low. Right through there for a strike. One down, base is empty. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. A's leading by a run here in the last half of the 3rd. Started to go to 1-2. A check on it to 3rd. And Kenny Jansen punches him out. That's a strikeout. 2 outs, base is empty. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Shea Langoliers. Will chase that time.
Ball 1, no strike.
Right down the chute, and the count 1-1. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Swanson fires over to first. Oakland goes quietly, so they go quietly there. On to inning number 4. It's the A's 3 and the Cubs 2. On a pitch now for Oakland, Mason Miller.
And we all know about a slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. Can't hold up, and that's a strike.
0-1's the count.
Comes up empty.
No ball, 2 strikes.
And that's downstairs and outside.
They tried to get him to go, chase the pitch down and away, but he wouldn't bite.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Gassed it right by him.
Well, we see it more commonly in the sport these days, but man, a triple-digit fastball blown right by someone is still pretty awesome to witness. I mean, you got to be geared up and ready to swing it when a guy like this comes out of the bullpen, because that fastball, it eats, and if you're not ready, you're going to be walking back to the dugout.
Isaac Paredes, the next Cub to hit. Swings through that one. 0-1. And a good eye there. Looking to get the tying run on base. That one ripped, but foul. 1-2 now. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And they're down to their last out.
Well, it's kind of tough right here. Closer comes in and he strikes out the first two hitters. It's hard not to feel defeated and that this is going to go quickly. But you got to go up there, maybe try to find a way to choke up on the bat, spread out, put the ball in play, and maybe you can extend this inning.
Tauchman stands in now and watches strike one. And it's quickly 0-2 on the designated hitter. Trying to close out a one-run lead, top half of inning number 4. And that wraps it up for this afternoon.
Well, a real balanced ball game, 3-2 score. We saw some hitting at times. We saw some good pitching at other times, and I think very balanced, very pleasurable game, I think, for the fans as well as for us up here in the booth. Watching the execution by both teams was really impressive. They did it in all facets of the game.
3-2 the final score. Oakland victorious. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Sciambi saying so long.